today between Coalfield and the Eagleville Eagles. I'm John Dinkins along with Brian Barrett on the Primetime Sports Countdown to First Pitch, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. Brian, it's been a great run. This is our last game.
It's a high school event, 149 today.
And we have been very fortunate. We've done several state championships. We've done Eagleville a couple times, and now we're hoping to get one more, and it'll be Eagleville's fourth if they can capture it today. And, Brian, this is a very impressive Coalfield team, and they're very young, as you found out.
Yeah, I mean, they're tremendously young. Their lineup is senior, sophomore, freshman, junior, sophomore, eighth grader. So, and where they are going up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors, 1, 2, 3 juniors for the Eagleville Eagles here.
Well, you think that would be an advantage. Let's hope so today.
You would think experience. John Coalfield, their program has been in this situation before, but the team from Morgan County won their only state championship back in 1998. Eagleville pretty familiar with Coalfield. They actually played last year, and Eagleville put Coalfield in the losers bracket, and I think it was then they beat Joe Burns, then lost to Joe Burns, something like that. But they were in that same similar bracket as Eagleville just last year. So, you know, I'm sure maybe same coach, different group, and you really kind of you don't know because how the tournaments go. You've got two separate brackets going, and you don't see the other team. You don't see the other competition. So when you get to the championship game, they've gone through a totally different tournament just to get here to the final. So
and double elimination all the way until today.
Until today.
You know, it's really crazy.
Take all.
We're going to take a brief timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups and our county roundup coming here on State Farm Prep Sports. Murph is here. We're ready to go. T-Bone's here. Yeah, we got them all. And we'll be back with the starting lineups and the county roundup right after this timeout.
Pizza.
You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze from sirpizzatn.com. Tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
We're about ready to get underway here with Eagleville and Coalfield, the state championship 1A, and with the starting lineups brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Here's Brian Barrett.
All right, John, thanks so much. Levi Heidel will play center field and lead off for the Coalfield
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets, that's right. I forgot to, I knew that. So the Yellow Jackets going with Heidel, and he's going to play center. Batting second, Luke Trice, senior, catcher. And in the 3-hole, it's sophomore Jackson Treese on the mound, and batting cleanup, Jordan Steinhauer. He is going to play first. He is a sophomore. Batting fifth, Knox Pemberton, freshman shortstop. Batting sixth will be Caleb Langley, the junior DH. Waylon Burgess will play left field, and the junior will bat seventh. Batting eighth, Lane Adcock, sophomore right fielder. And batting ninth, Bo Wilson, sophomore third baseman. Eighth grade second baseman, Eli Coleman. They are DHing for him. So for the Yellow Jackets of Coalfield, they'll be the visiting team, so they'll bat in the top innings. It's Heidel, Trice, Stanhauer, Pemberton, Langley, Burgess, Adcock, Wilson. They are 32-5 on the season. Now for the Eagleville Eagles, 32-6 They are going for their 4th state title in a row. They will start off and lead off with senior shortstop Maddox Bolden. In the 2-hole will be Spencer Robbins, junior second baseman. Batting third, Brady Burns, senior third baseman. And yesterday, pitcher in a very pivotal game. We'll talk a little bit about that when we have time today. Marshall Spann, junior left fielder, will bat cleanup. It's Brody Gleason, the senior pitcher, make that junior pitcher, batting 5th. Batting 6th, Carson Knowles, the senior catcher. Batting 7th, Colt Bassham. He is a senior first baseman. Batting 8th, Elijah Watkins, senior DH. And batting 9th, Adrian Severi, junior center fielder. They're DHing for Crimson Burks, senior right fielder. So Crimson Burks, they're DHing for him. Bolden, Robbins, Burns, Spann, Gleason, Knowles, Bassham, Watkins, Severi, your lineup for the Eagleville Eagles. That's a look at the starting lineups. Spans Heating and Air, JHA Company, as well as winners' trophies.
We're going to start our county roundup. We may get interrupted by the national anthem, but it's brought to you by Rick's Barbecue. Rick's Barbecue comes with quality, always first, serving up fresh, never frozen meats, slow smoked the old-fashioned way over real hickory wood. Whether it's pork, chicken, beef, you'll taste the difference in every bite. Don't forget to try fan favorites like wings, slaw dogs, and bloated baked potatoes. From the pit to your plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to serve up a meal you won't forget. Stop by today on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street, and taste the tradition. Brian, this is a game starting at 11. There are other games in every division that are playing at the same time today. It's kind of like the NFL on the final Sunday. Everybody starts at the same time.
That's right. These games were supposed to be at MTSU today, but due to the threat of rain and being pushed back a day, they did move things down. It's Huntington and Lakewood Prep playing at Riverdale in the Class 2A state championship game. This is the last Rutherford County team standing going today. In the 3A championship game over at Siegel, it's Mumford and Greenville. And playing over at Oakland in the 4A state title, it's Clarksville and Farragut. And Farragut going for, I don't know, number 2 billion in terms of state championships in baseball. And we know how close Siegel was in that. So good luck to all the teams. This is it. Spring Fling 32 will be in the books after today. And so will the high school sports season. And, John, just this week, we've gotten to follow Blackman baseball to the Elite Eight for the first time since 2017. Stewart's Creek softball in the Final Four. Siegel baseball in the Final Six. And Eagleville softball yesterday winning their second state championship since 2022. This one.
You've never done the starting lineups with the Rocky theme played behind you, have you?
No, I haven't.
That was pretty unique. It kind of got me fired up. And
we're at MTCS too, by the way.
Right, correct. And appreciate them getting us a table. And we were out here and with the fans, and it was quite a morning because Eagleville had a baseball march type of thing where they greeted the baseball players, and man, it was truly amazing. There were probably 250 people out here when we got here to set up. Now, that was at 9:30 in the morning.
Right. I've never seen fans here that early before, so it's pretty cool. And Coalfield, John, they've been here all week. Coalfield, by the way, is in Morgan County, which is in the hills of East Tennessee. Every song that talks about the rolling hills of East Tennessee, well, that's where, just picture that and picture Coalfield. And John, they've had a pretty good history in baseball. They've gotten here many, many years, and they're going to be a formidable foe. I will tell you, it's going to be weird because their colors are orange and white, and we're at MTCS where their colors are orange and white. They even have the secondary color of black, which is also MTCS. So, I mean, they look just like the Cougars. So you may hear that once or twice.
The Eagleville will be the home team tonight or today, and we're going to wait on. They're fixing to be announced. Brian, I want to give this time to talk about the TSSAA. They've done a super job with this tournament. They planned, they scheduled, they rescheduled again, and we couldn't have done our job without their help today.
Oh, no, and they're about to introduce the Eagleville Eagles, and you can kind of tell where we are. But, they get the whole tournament planned, John. And then the very first day, terrible storms that come through Middle Tennessee. Whole baseball and softball tournaments are mixed for the day. They got just a few things in, and then they had to regroup. They were able to play the softball tournament instead of in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, play in 3 days. And even teams that won it all, like Chad Lehman, we were talking to him yesterday, they had to play 2 games in a day, and that's hard, especially in tournament play. The reason we're playing here on Saturday today is because the entire baseball tournament was shoved back a day. And
I'm kind of glad they did, because I don't know that we could have been able to do this game. So
if
in
they
a way,
had been at the same time, there were some games during the week that we weren't able to do, just clearly because of the times, especially softball. They were so close in time, and the baseball that was going on at different venues. So did the best we could. This is our 6th game this week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now here Saturday in our 149th prep event. So it's been a fun season, and hope we can cap it off with a big one.
All right, we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the first pitch of the 1A State Championship in baseball here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
You've seen the ads out there, companies wanting to buy your home. But why sell yourself short when you can get fair market value? I'm Lisa Patton. If you have an estate to settle or a home to sell, call Parks Auction. We'll work with you to sell your home or property in any condition with no costly repairs on your timeline. Why accept one offer when you can have multiple? You need Parks Auction. We look out for your best interest. Call Parks Auction today. We handle everything.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door and hope you find the customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Las Casas Feed Supply caters to all homeowners with a 1/4 acre to several acres, focusing on premium feeds and dog foods you won't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
And yes, you can even get milk from the MTSU dairy at Las Casas Feed Supply, the best milk in town. Las Casas Feed on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
And our game today brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Bowen's Body Shop. It's the 32-5 visiting team here in this one. Coalfield Yellow Jackets taking on the 32-6 home team in this championship game, Eagleville Eagles. The head coach is Brandon Bassham at Eagleville, and the head coach of Coalfield is Andy Lowe. And orange, black, and white. They've got the orange tops, white pants, do the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. Looks like they would have yellow if they're, but anyway. And the Eagles in the maroon and white today with some black trim, and getting in warm-up tosses is Brody Gleason, the junior hurler for Eagleville. And John is going to take you through the first 4 innings here today.
And if I'm doing well, I'm going to take you all the way. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to upset anything today, so here we go. And if we're behind, you're going to take over in the second.
Speaking of being behind, Eagleville yesterday, John, they were down the entire game versus East Robertson, a team that they had beaten. East Robertson would have had to beat Eagleville twice, which would have been a hard thing to do, but Eagleville didn't let that happen. Down 12-6, they came back in the top of the 7th and scored 7 runs to take the lead, and a 3-run homer by Mr. Burns, and then he comes out and closes out the game. So Brady Burns, Mr. Baseball candidate, maybe should have been Mr. Baseball, who knows, but I'm sure he would trade that for a state title today.
This will be number 4 if they can get it. And Gleason is on the mound, getting ready for his first pitch, and we're underway. It's swung on, a shot to short. Bolden up with it. Long throw across, got him by a couple of steps, and we're underway here. First out, a grounder to short. Good start, 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't beat that.
Well, that's what the doctor ordered. Keep it on the ground, give your defense a chance to make plays.
Here's Luke Treese, the catcher, and he looks like a catcher, doesn't he?
Got that long hair.
I thought I was meaning his build, catcher's build, not his hairstyle.
Well, catchers are like football kickers.
0-1 to count.
A little different. Built different.
Gleason is a right-hander. Brody's pitch is down low, a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Underway from Middle Tennessee Christian School. We've been here before. We're very familiar. In this same spot, the pitch. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now you're going to hear this crowd. We're deep in the Eagleville crowd here. I mean, we've got a great view, but we're deep in the Eagleville crowd. They're going to be on every pitch today.
And the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a foul down the third base side. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here in the first.
That Eagleville walk, the greeting deal, I mean, people were here. They had breakfast for everybody that showed up.
They offered us breakfast.
Yeah, they did. It was something else.
Here's the pitch, a little low. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. They even comment on the balls too, not only the strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind from the right-hander and the pitch swung on, line foul down the left field line. And hit that one pretty well.
One interesting note here, John. We've got, 5 umpires or 6?
I think we've got
5. Right?
To cover everywhere.
Yeah.
2 down the left and right field line. 2-2. That hit him, and he will be on at first. I'm not really liking the hit by pitch anymore because the guys don't really try to get out of the way.
No, I mean, he made no effort to move.
Defense, you've got Cole Bassham at first, Robbins over at second, Bolden's at short, Burns at third. Brady holding down that end of it. Knowles behind the plate. Brody Gleason on the mound, and the outfield is Span, Severi, and Burks. And here is Jackson Treese, which I assume is Luke's brother.
Well, Luke is a senior,
or a cousin.
He's a sophomore, so yeah.
From the stretch, Gleason's pitch swung on, foul back to the screen, 0-1.
So if you're listening to us, whether you're on 101.9, 100.5, wgnsradio.com, or listening on our big GTV channels, you know someone in Eagleville that wasn't able to make it today or on the way, share this with them so they'll know that they can catch the game here from MTCS.
Here's the 0-1, change up way out in front, swing and a miss, 0-2. Luke Treese is down at first. There's 1 away. We're in the top of the first. A sign from Knowles. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Does he have a chance? Almost. Bassham just barely missed that one. Dove for it. Couldn't come up with it. I think he had a little late start on it because it kind of sailed over to the right side.
And it got there in a hurry, and it was moving away from him. So his momentum even tried to carry him forward. I don't know if he could have caught up to it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Staccato clapping stars, the 0-2. Popped up in the infield, and coming over is Robbins. He's got it. One hands it for out number 2. 2 out here in the first. Brings up Jordan Steinhauer. He's the first baseman. Staying at first was Luke Treese. Bassham holding him close at first. Knowles gives a sign. And we're ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss. I would think the Eagleville crowd outnumbers the Coalfield crowd by, 400 to 75? Something to that effect.
Yeah.
There's a big line of people down on this left side down here.
Yeah.
By the dugout.
Down here, too, so.
That may be, I think that's Coalfield over there. So they've brought a pretty good contingent from as far away as they are. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, they've been here all week, John, so I'm sure the people that have been here all week are still here today for sure.
Gleason with the pitch. That one into the dirt. Good stop by Knowles.
I mean, what are you going to do in Morgan County? You know, you might as well stay.
Oh, wow. One of these days, we're going to be sabotaged after the game.
I've already got my statement ready.
2 balls and a strike. Yeah, blame it on me. That's what you'll do. Swing and a miss. He went around, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, here's my prepared statement. John, I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, that's you've done that many times. That's not new. You need to come up with something more original. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner at first. Gleason's ready with the pitch. Strike 3 called. That throw down doesn't matter. Gleason strikes out Steinhauer, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was a hit batter, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first. No score between Eagleville and Coalfield, and Eagleville coming to bat.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I run a small business in Rutherford County, too. I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-900-0877.
Every team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Today's game on WGNS, wgnsradio.com, 1019, 100.5, and worldwide. Website, wgnsradio.com, Big G TV, brought to you in part by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Middle Tennessee Christian School. That's where we are today for State Farm Prep Baseball in the championship game in Single A.
For all you country people like me, 1450 AM.
That's true.
It still exists out there, AM.
It is our heritage hallmark, 1947.
Throw down, and Maddox Bolden was going to lead it off here. He had a great game yesterday defensively. Made a couple of nice plays. That was some game.
Their comeback, I was trying to follow it on Game Changer as we were doing the softball state championship win yesterday, and didn't look good. But that 7th inning, man, wish I was there to see it. But we did see a state championship, so that's cool too.
And on the mound is Jackson Treese, right-hander.
Love to see Eagleville get up early here in this one.
And he hits him right in the leg. And the first base runner's on for Eagleville. Leadoff batter is on and brings up Spencer Robbins, the second baseman.
Eagleville softball in their game yesterday, John, they had like 5 hits in a row. They just came up pounding the first or second pitch and really put it on yesterday, Hollow Rock Brewston early, and then they cruised. Maybe that'll be something the baseball team could do here.
Pitch, he's going early, and the throw down is going to be safe. He hung on to the bag. I thought maybe he slid off, but he didn't. It's a stolen base, and a runner in scoring position for Eagleville early. And a 1-ball, no strike count, and he had a pretty good pitch to throw on because it was a little outside. He had a clear view. Bolden beat it.
They probably, in the scouting report, knew that they were going to be a challenge on the base pads.
Pitch is up high, and it's 2 balls, no strikes.
Wound up behind Spencer.
Eagleville in the maroon and white. Maroon tops, white bottoms. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch, high, 3-0. Treese struggling here early. The only problem that everything seems peachy keen, but we still have a little threat of rain later on. Hopefully that the fact I brought it up won't hurt anything. There's a strike called,
Yeah,
taken all the way, 3-1.
Been watching the radar, John, and this was the thought anyway, that this stuff was going to stay to the south and west, and so far so good.
3-1 pitch, popped him up right side, and the catch is made over there by Steinhauer. It looked like he struggled a little bit early on that. And there's one away, and here comes Brady Burns.
Yesterday's hero.
He did everything yesterday, didn't he? Hit, fielded, and pitched.
I mean, they're down, top of the 7th. Got to have it. Got to get 6 runs to tie.
And they're going to walk him.
That happened to him twice yesterday, John. They walked him twice, but the third time, in the 7th, they decided not to, and he sent a big 3-run blast over the wall.
Really early in the game to be doing that, but oh well, we'll take it. Runner at first and second. Here's Marshall Spann, the left fielder. Marshall, a left-handed hitter.
Well, that just gives Spann an opportunity to knock in 2 here, right?
Yeah, I guess that crowd fired up too when they do that kind of stuff. Not holding the runners. And the pitch to Spann. Swung on, there's a grounder to first. Step on the bag, and that's all they're going to get. Runners move up, second and third. He hit that ball pretty well, but right at Steinhauer.
Yeah, if he had pulled it to the left just a little bit, I don't think that he would have had as good of a shot at getting that. He certainly wouldn't have had a chance to walk over to the bag, and nobody was really over to cover.
So here's Brody Gleason, the pitcher, with a chance to get the lead, take the lead here. The wind and the pitch. Ball a little high, inside, 1 ball, no strikes. We've had a hit batter and an intentional walk.
Need the first hit of the game.
And the 1-0 pitch from the stretch. Strike called, count even at a ball and a strike. Boy, it'd be nice to get these runs in here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the wind in the pitch. Low, 2-1.
I think I remember hearing somebody say that yesterday was the first time that Burns had pitched this season.
I think so. There's a swing and a fly ball, pretty well hit. It's up against the wall, and the right fielder can't come up with it. 2-run score, and Brody Gleason comes through. I couldn't tell. He hit that ball so high. Did you see that?
I did.
High and deep.
I thought it might have had a chance to get out of here. It didn't, but it doesn't matter.
So the walk comes back to hurt him as Brady Burns comes home on the Brody Gleason double. And he is fired up down there, and so is this crowd. Double and 2 RBIs for him.
Well, that gives Carson Knowles an opportunity here too, John, to try to get Gleason in and have a big inning here.
Carson Knowles, I got an interesting story to tell you about him. I was in the dugout getting the lineup from Coach Bassham, and Carson comes up to me and says, "Do you remember me?" And, of course, he's changed. I mean, it was in elementary school. There's a high pop left side. I'll tell you the story when we come back. And, boy, he stumbled around but made the catch as Pemberton, and the inning is over. But Eagleville comes up with 2 runs on only 1 hit. There was a hit batter and a walk, and nobody left, 1 left. That was Gleason. And we're at the end of 1 with the score. Eagleville 2, Coalfield nothing.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'd like to help. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Game day is coming, and are you ready to represent the Blue Raiders? At Raider Tees, we've got the largest selection of officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear in town. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, even tailgating essentials. You name it, we've got it. No more searching through random stores. Everything you need is right here at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Get game day ready at Raider Tees. Bigger, better, and go blue.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Emerson Williams, our final 2024-25 State Farm Prep Sports event, brought to you in part by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. That's State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700. And all of the sponsors that you hear their commercials, you hear us talk about them, they're very important. They allow us to be able to bring you games like this, games in the regular season, first games of the year, last games of the year, and we appreciate each and every one of them.
I want to finish my Carson Knowles story. Coming up here is Knox Pemberton, the shortstop. Anyway, Carson's like in second or third grade, and he goes, I went to your office once. I said, oh, you did? I said, I had no idea. And he said, yeah, you paddled me.
Oh.
Now, that's when you could paddle. You know, I don't want to say I'm some kind of, terrible person. But he said
you used to line him up in the hallway every day.
It was really important, he was so polite, and I'm like going, maybe that did some good, but I didn't remember it. So I wound up saying, I'm sorry that I paddled you.
I remember my only paddling, who did it, the consequences, and who was surrounded in all of it.
0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and he's a strikeout victim. And Gleason looked great on that batter. Here's Caleb Langley. He's the designated hitter in today's game, and he looks like a designated hitter, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's had some of that good mountain water.
Oh, he is built. The pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. If Gleason is missing today, he's missing low, which is a good thing.
You can always make adjustments, get it high or higher.
The 1-0. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Eagleville. We're in the top half of the second. And the pitch. There's a strike. He thought it was too, but then he held up. Calls time now. He's back in. The 1-2 pitch to Langley. Swing and a miss. Going to have to throw him out, and he does. Knowles does. I don't know. If I hadn't spanked him, I think he might not have been able to make that throw. Do you think?
That may be true. That got him up out of the crouch pretty quick. So
that's the 3rd strikeout now for Gleason, and here's Waylon Burgess, the left fielder. Well, anyway, he went to Siegel middle for a while and came back, and then went to transfer to Eagleville. Here's the bouncer to Gleason. Easy throw, easy out, easy inning. 3 up, 3 down. Going to the bottom of the second. Eagleville leads 2-0.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't, because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
It's 2-0 Eagleville here, and bottom of the second already.
And the first pitch coming up to Colt Basham is a strike, 0-1. Jackson Treese gave up 2 runs in the first, and here's the pitch. Half swing, but he pops it up to third, and Wilson's got it for out number 1. There's no wind to speak of at all today. I mean, it's not going to be any problem catching pop-ups or
no.
The only thing, it's a little bit cloudy, but that usually makes it better.
Feels a little heavier today, if that makes any sense, so it might kind of keep things in a bit.
Here's Elijah Watkins, the designated hitter. Now, Elijah looks like a designated hitter, too. Pretty big boy. Right-handed hitter. It's 1-0, the count. He took a half swing, was fooled a little bit on that pitch. Count even at a ball and a strike. On deck is Severi. The pitch. Strike called, and it's 1-2. That was a little higher than most of them we've seen.
Oh, a big smile from Jackson Treese on the mound that he got it.
1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Watkins caught looking. First strikeout for Treese. And there's that Coalfield crowd we talked about.
I mean, if you've ever been to MTCS, there is not one seat left in the bleachers. People are like 6 deep in chairs all around.
I mean, all the way down to the left field wall on this side.
And that side too.
Pitches a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, yeah.
And in the outfield, you've got little
well, they got a great
observation
seat.
decks.
Yeah, they
out
got
there.
a great seat. Pitches low. Count goes to 2-0. Treese wants a new ball.
We had talked one time to Jamie Carver, the former head coach here at MTCS. It'd be a cool place to do a game once in a while.
There's a strike, 2-1.
But you can't get a much better view than this. I mean, we've been ringside to some really great games.
Treese's pitch, that's just a little low. It's 3-1. Treese really not wasting any time. He's ready to go. The 3-1. Strike called and the count full. 2 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the second. 2-0 Eagleville. Treese shakes off a sign. Now he's ready. The pitch. Swung on, lined into left center field. Overcomes the center fielder. That's Heidel. He's got it. And the inning is over. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Jackson Treese. We finished 2. It's Eagleville 2, Coalfield nothing here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
At Little Caesars, get a large custom 2-topping pizza for only $7.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $7.99? Get out of here. This pizza is only $7.99. No way. This is $7.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $7.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Listen, pirate, stop taking my $7.99 pizza. Choose a large custom 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $7.99 when you order online. Only $7.99. What?
Pizza. What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Remodeling your kitchen? Whatever your dreams, they take some planning. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. Let's work together to come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. Call me at 615-459-2683.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thank you, Ron, and also want to thank our friends over at Sir Pizza. They sponsor our Game and Coaches Show podcast, which you can find anywhere, wgnssports.com, or wherever you take in audio and video. Sir Pizza is on East Main, on South Church Street, and on Memorial Boulevard. And it seems as though we are even being listened to beachside today.
Oh, wow. Here's a pitch from Lane, the bouncer from Lane Adcock. Burns throws the first in time. Burns throws out Adcock for the first out here in the third. It's an interesting story. They asked yesterday in that 13-12 game, we were talking about it off air, but Brady had not pitched all year, and they went to him and they said, hey, you think you could maybe, oh, yeah, give me the ball.
I'm sure
that's the kind of player he is.
He relished that opportunity.
And that's the kind of basketball player he is. 1 ball, no strikes. A team guy for sure.
Maybe.
And the pitch. There's a little blooper that's going to be fouled down the left field line.
You know, and I know everybody likes to win the individual awards, and being nominated for Mr. Baseball is quite an honor, and I know Eagleville has had several the last few years. He finished a finalist and did not win that award, but maybe that's a little motivation too.
The pitch, reached out, poked one out to left, and it's in for a hit. And the first hit for Coalfield here in the game. So the Yellow Jackets have a runner at first with 1 out.
We've talked a little bit about some of the Coaching changes. This is kind of that time of the year. Hannah Jones announced as the new Stewart's Creek girls head coach. And I know we mentioned it on the air, but they might be listening with sand between their toes. But congratulations to Kim Walker. Headed back to Oakland, headed home.
Wind of the pitch from Gleason is down low, a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, a runner at first. Eagleville leading 2-0 here in the third.
Kim is my Eagleville football information director.
We need to have her on the coaches show instead of Floyd.
Oh, you know, I really would like to do that one day.
Oh, you want the husband and wife thing?
No, just the wives.
Oh, yeah.
No husbands allowed.
Well, that needs to be the first show of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch is a strike called. And the count now 2-1.
Did they get the to-do list done before football started?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely not.
2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up left side, giving chase. Can't see. Evidently it dropped, but it's foul. Burns gave it a chase, and so did Bolden.
Man, they were flying.
They were. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left-handed batter. This is Heidel. Bo Wilson down at first. Heidel grounded to short his first time up. Gleason works from the stretch. Now the 2-2 pitch. A little low. Count runs full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Heidel. Fans trying to give him encouragement out there. Gleason's ready. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, shot to short. Bolden flips to second and throws it into the outfield, and runners are going to be at first and third. Second and third with 1 out. I'll tell you what happened there. It looked like Maddox had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove, and then when he did, he just kind of flipped it out to the outfield. That would be an E6. It was a double play ball, or might have been a double play ball.
Well, the biggest trouble so far in this game now for the Eagleville defense with only 1 out. So
Heidel goes to second, Wilson goes to third, only 1 out in the inning. And here is Luke Treese, hit by a pitch his first time up. And they're going to walk him with a base open.
Well, one thing that it has done, it's gotten this Coalfield fan base into it here, but an intentional walk does give you a play at the plate.
Jackson Treese has the same opportunity that Brody Gleason did back in the first. The wind in the pitch. Swung on, popped him up over into the Coalfield dugout. 0-1. There is 1 out. Wilson at third, Heidel at second, and Treese is at first. The bases are loaded, nowhere to put him. 0-1 into the dirt. Knowles with a good stop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting a little tense here in the third inning. Gleason still working from the stretch. The 1-1. Swung on, shot to short. Flip to second, 1 on to first. Safe. Run is scored. They're going to try to go home. Now they've got him hung up. Heidel in a rundown to Burns. Burns flips it. They're going to have a rundown. Chase him down. They get him out. Oh, something happened here now. The ball was dropped. There, he's out. The umpire called him out. Inning over. One run scores, I think.
Well, they're having a conversation about it with the coach, but
that first run was in, though, was it not? I'm waiting to put something up on the board. Well, we'll come back, take a break, and we'll come back and tell you right now. It's either 2-0 or 2-1. I believe it is 2-1. They put it up there. We'll be back.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
We fulfill all your tax preparation needs from individual returns to corporations and handle any of those scary letters you may get from the IRS.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you in part by good neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams in Smyrna. 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 459-2683. It's 2-1, bottom of the third. Let's go get some more runs, Eagles.
And Jackson Treese with new live. First one's up and high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Scoreboard is really slow right now.
Well,
there's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
John, they've taken that run off.
Yeah,
But now Game Changer has 2-1. So
there's a swing and a line drive base hit into center field. Leadoff single for Bolden. Well, we're going to have to get some clarification. Now they put it back up there. Yeah. Now they've taken it off again. But it looked like the first run scored is what I was going by, because they went to second. They didn't get the double play.
Well, the first run had to score for them to catch him in a rundown, right?
Well,
because the one run came across, and
right.
then the guy at second came around.
2-1. I think they finally figured it out, yeah. And the throw over, runner back. The batter is Spencer Robbins. Sorry, apologize for not being sure, but I was sure, but I didn't think the scorekeeper was for some reason. Making sure. There's a line drive into left, and it's caught out there by the left fielder Burgess. Hit that ball well. And here's Brady Burns. Intentionally passed the first time up. 2-1 Eagleville. They've got a runner at first and one out.
I do think that they're going to pitch to him this time, John.
And they about have to here.
Yeah, Jackson Treese just took a huge, big, deep breath. He knows that this is going to be tough.
And the pitch to him, down low ball. Well, let's say this. He'll pitch to him. Whether he gets a good pitch is another question. Hit a 3-run homer yesterday. 1-0 pitch. Popped him up. Shallow right field. Second baseman moving out. Still moving and hangs on for it. That was a little close. So Burns pops out and brings up Marshall Spann, the left fielder. He was thrown out on a grounder to Steinhauer. Left-handed hitter. Bolden still at first. He led off the inning. And a strike called, 0-1 on the outside corner.
John, so Jackson Treese is 0 for 2, so that was not a hit. It was a fielder's choice, but he does get an RBI for that.
Right. Pitch is outside again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bolden with the lead. He stole a base in the first inning. And the pitch. High. 2 balls and a strike. All the other teams playing same time, different locations. 2-1 pitch sailed inside. Luke Treese held it for a moment, but umpire didn't fall for it. 3-1. Treese slowing it down a little bit. Here's the pitch, swung on, popped up. Hope it doesn't hit my head.
Behind us here, good.
And the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Bolden will be going on the pitch.
John, interestingly enough, the only game that I see that's in progress is this one on TSSAAsports.com.
That can't be, Brian.
I know.
You need to research. You need to find out, investigate that. 3-2 pitch. Runner is going, and he walked him. Second walk of the game. One of those intentional, of course. And now you've got a runner in scoring position. That brings up Brody Gleason again. Can he do it again? Hit a double and drove in 2 in the first. And the wind in the pitch. Strike called right into the knees, 0-1. And the pitch. I'm telling you, Treese is a quick worker.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he gets the ball back, this is as slow as he's been.
Yeah.
He looked at the dugout.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runners get their lead, first and second. The pitch. Swung on, line drive, left field, base hit. It's going to score 1. It's 3-1. And trying to make it to third, and Will is Spann. And on the throw goes Gleason. So it's a single and an RBI. And he takes second on the throw. Bolden scores from second. And Spann goes to third. Big, big clutch hit.
And the crowd chants Brody Gleason. 2 for 2, and he's driven in, John, all 3 runs.
Talk about doing it yourself. Tell you.
One-man show right now, huh?
Here's Carson Knowles, the catcher. Popped up his first time. He's 0 for 1. Let's get these 2 runs in here. Oh, it hit him.
Golly, that hurts me.
Carson, I know your pain, and I'm very proud of you for not saying something really bad. Bases are loaded. That hurt.
That's the second hit batter. That was right square in the small of the back, and that is going to bring head coach Andy Lowe out and brings the entire infield in on the mound.
Well, let's talk about ideas tees. You know, they've moved right over here. In fact, we're in an arm's length of them just about.
That's a long arm, but yeah. Just
you know what I meant. Just read it.
We passed by there this morning on our way here to MTCS. So you go to MTCS. They're right there on the left. And they're, of course, school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items. We miss seeing them at TSSAA events, something terribly. But they got Raider tees going as well, officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise. And get your logo on just about anything. That's Ideas Tees, Raider Tees on East MTCS Road, 111 East MTCS Road.
0-1 the count. Bases are loaded. The pitch to Bassham. Swung on, fouled back. Good cut. And it's 0-2.
Well, John, the run scores with 2 out. Then it's been walk, single, hit batter, and let's see what Mr. Bassham can do here.
The 0-2. Swung on. There's a grounder through the right side, a base hit. Here comes the 4th run. Here comes the 5th run. It's 5-0 Eagleville. 5-1 Eagleville, excuse me. Bassham delivers a single and 2 RBIs, and he had an 0-2 count on him, Brian.
I mean, that's the never give up, never quit in this Eagleville bunch.
They find an opening, they take it. Knowles is at third. I got a runner for him, by the way. I think that's Fox. Number 3, I believe. Dodd, Sam Dodd. Yeah.
If it's 3, it is.
His mama's up in the stands.
Yep, that's him at third.
Say hello to her. 5-1 Eagleville.
Well, John, in games like this, you never have enough. So get what you can get when you can get it.
There's a strike called, 0-1 to Elijah Watkins. Struck out his first time up.
All three of the runs this inning now have come with 2 away.
Here's the pitch. Oh, that hit him.
Well, I'm telling you, Treese is losing his control here a little bit. He's shaking.
2 hit batters in the inning. We have scored 3 runs on 3 hits. And there was a walk in there as well. And here is Adrian Severi. Flied out to center, hit it well his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
That's the 3rd hit batter and 2 walks.
The wind and the pitch. Low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. This Eagleville bunch are feeling this. The fans are feeling it, man. They're already to score some runs. Here's the pitch. Strike called, 1 ball, 1 strike. Severi didn't care for that one very much.
Well, John, if Severi can somehow get on and they get back to the top of the order and bat around, I don't know, man.
It's high. That's the 9th batter. He is the 9th batter to bat in this inning.
I mean, Bolden let it off with the hit.
Treese's pitch. Swung on, chopped foul down the left field line. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The bases are full of Eagles.
Well, and John, Coach Bassham at third is going to bring in J.R. Duke to run at second. Running for Bassham.
He wants to get that run in if he can get a base hit.
Well, and you know, with 2 away, John, as soon as the bat makes contact with the ball, they're going to be taken off.
Well, Bolden, a while ago with 2 out, he took off while it was still in the pitcher's hand. He was a little eager. Just a small trot out there. He wasn't, but he wanted to get that head start.
Well, I mean, a 1 or 2 step advantage is huge.
2-2 to Severi. And the pitch. Popped him up. Is there room? Will they have a play? He's in the dugout and can't make it. And then make sure he's okay. Luke Treese, great effort.
He actually ran into the rail and kind of protecting ground balls.
I don't know that his teammates really saw where that ball was because they moved a little, but still alive here. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, inning over, but it was a good one for the Eagleville Eagles. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. There was a walk, 2 hit batters, and they strand 3. We've played 3. Good news so far, Eagleville 5, Coalfield 1 here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
We're catching up with Anne-Marie Brents at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, another one of our great local businesses.
Yeah, it's a big family business. Knowing that my grandparents started it, to see it evolve and what it is now, it's just been really cool, and I love it. It's just something I'm very passionate about, and customers have been great to us as well.
Whether it's a quick meal, feeding the whole family, or catering, Rick's Barbecue can handle it all.
It's really something I'm really passionate about, very blessed and thankful for.
Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
I'm Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about the significant rate decrease we're experiencing now. Let me compare coverage and possibly save you hundreds on your home and auto. Call me at 615-895-2700.
Renters, when you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and Renters Insurance to help you save. Call me at 615-900-0877.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today on WGNS 1019, 100.5, wgnsradio.com. Big G TV brought to you in part by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, Parks Auction, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive.
Brody Gleason with the pitch. It's high, 1 ball, no strikes to Jordan Steinhauer. Struck out back in the first. Brody has struck out 3 in this game. And the pitch is low.
John, the
2 balls and a strike.
Good thing about the bottom of the third, you got your 1 run back and you increased your lead by 2. So
there's a swing and a miss. How many hits do you have them with?
Them?
1.
I have them with 1.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Scoreboard has them with 1 too, so I guess we're good.
Pitch is popped up right side into the Coalfield fans over there. Well, you know you've got the Eagleville fans going when they sing Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and they're singing it with you.
Yeah, they're playing music during the
kind of got into that myself.
Mid-innings and
pitch, change up in there for a strike, and he struck him out. Second time that Steinhauer has been shot down with a strikeout. And I have that as 4 for Mr. Gleason. Here's Knox Pemberton, struck out himself back in the second. 0 for 1. Gleason's pitch. Strike called. Man, he throws strikes, doesn't he?
He is doing very, very well out there right now and has the run support behind him.
Just missed. A ball and a strike. 5-1 Eagleville.
He's calm, cool, collected, in command. And he's driven in 3 of their 5 runs.
He's hitting the cover off the ball, too. That must have missed high. 2 balls, 1 strike. I will say this about day games. Scoreboard looking is tough. Swing and a high pop into center field. Over comes Severi. He's got it for out number 2. Nothing to this game, Brian. I'm just sailing along here.
Well, if you can have a big inning like they just had on offense and come back out, retire the opponent pretty quickly and get offense back out there, that's momentum that carries over, and it's also kind of plays with the mind of the opponent here a bit.
Here's Caleb Langley. The pitch to him is a strike. One thing that he's doing, he's getting out in front of these hitters. That first strike. I think he's only been behind 2 batters, actually. The 0-1. That just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a pretty good-looking pitch. 1 out, nobody on here in the 4th. And the pitch. That one's low. And it's 2-1. I hope I didn't jinx him. 2 balls and a strike. Here's a pitch, grounded to third. Burns up with it. Throw to first in time for out number 3. Brady Burns makes an easy play, and it was hit pretty well. 3 up, 3 down inning. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. It's Eagleville 5, Coalfield 1 on State Farm Prep Baseball.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
We're going to be an educational institution that teach Bible every day. Every subject we teach, we're going to teach through a biblical perspective. In every aspect of our school, we're going to do it through a Christian perspective.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
That also means that everything we do, we have to be excellent. We feel like Christ calls us to excellence. And so that means we have to be excellent academically. That means we have to be excellent athletically, because that's what God calls us to. It's a great place to be.
Invest in your child's future in an environment that fosters Christ-centered values. To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
And the first pitch, and he is hit by a pitch. That's Spencer Robbins. I'm sorry, Maddox Bolden.
That's the second time he's been hit by a pitch, and that's the 4th hit batter today, John. And that's
he looked a little disgusted on that one.
That's going to bring Coach Andy Lowe out, and I don't know. He may be making a change here. I mean, 4 hit batters. He is going to make a change, I think.
Jackson is upset. He doesn't want to come out either, I don't think.
Yeah.
But they are going to make the change, and we'll tell you all about it when we come back. 5-1 Eagleville. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA. Live your best life.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Well, we have a look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home defensive changes here, and it is going to be Pemberton moving from short to the pitcher's mound. Jackson Treese now at short. Those are your changes.
And the batter is Spencer Robbins, popped up and flied out. He's 0 for 2. You got Bolden down at first. He's been on every time in his 3 at-bats. Throw over, he's back. So Pemberton moves from shortstop to the mound, and Jackson Treese will go to shortstop. The wind and the pitch, high, throw down, and the ball gets away. Not far enough, though, for Bolden to make it. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-1 Eagleville. We're in the bottom of the 4th.
So Jackson Treese.
It's high, way high. 2-1.
His pitching line will be incomplete until we see what happens with Bolden over at first.
That's high again, and it's 3-1.
But the walks and hit batters are what really killed him today. 2 walks, 4 hit batters.
How many walks did he have? No.
He had 2.
2?
1 was intentional, but it was really the hit batters.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you put the leadoff guy on, and Bolden's led off 3 times today.
There's a strike, and the count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
So Bolden, of course, led off the game, led off the 3rd, and now the 4th because they batted around last time.
Throw over, runner back. Chad Lehman in attendance today. Boy, I know he's on cloud 9 today. After winning the state championship, his 2nd. Swing and a miss, runner going, throw down. They're going to do a double play here as Bolden is caught stealing. A strikeout, throw him out. First strikeout for Pemberton, and Bolden caught stealing. So 2 out and nobody on. I was trying to give you some insurance runs to work with, Brian, but that hurt a little bit. Here's Brady Burns, nobody on with 2 out. Brady's been intentionally passed, and he's popped up. The pitch. Swung on, went to the right side again. This one's hit pretty well and drifting away from him, and he makes the catch. Well, that was a lot harder than we thought at the beginning of that. No runs, no hits. There was a hit batter, and he was erased, caught stealing. And we have finished 4. We turn it over to Brian Barrett to take us the rest of the way. Hopefully we can get that 4th state championship here on State Farm Prep Baseball.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been a part of your community, helping generations achieve their dreams. From savings accounts to home loans, we've been there for every milestone. Come see Rick Thornton, Senior Vice President Relationship Manager at 3427 Memorial Boulevard.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio, WGNS and Big GTV is brought to you in part by good neighbor State Farm agents Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. We'll go now to the top of the fifth. Brody Gleason still on, and here's Brian.
Waylon Burgess is your batter here for Coalfield. And first pitch swung on, deep center field, right center field, and it's going to fall for a solid base hit.
That was a good approach by Waylon Burgess. You know, Gleason's been throwing strikes on that first pitch, and I think he went after that first pitch.
Only the second hit off of Brody Gleason, starting his fifth inning of work. Wayne Adcock, 0 for 1. We're in the fifth inning, and this is only his second plate appearance for the sophomore right fielder. First pitch from Gleason poked it out there and fouled it away behind him. The Yellow Jackets, 32-5 this season. The 0-1 pitch. Strike called on the outer half.
Yeah, he took something off that pitch a little bit.
Let's see. They beat Bradford 5-4. And then McKenzie 10-0. And waited for McKenzie to come back through the loser's bracket. Swing and a miss. And Wayne Adcock is retired. The fifth strikeout for Gleason. And Bo Wilson, the sophomore third baseman, is your batter. He has the only other hit in the game. Coalfield beat McKenzie 8-4 to get to the championship game, and Eagleville beat East Robertson 12-2, and then a rematch of last year's state championship game. Swung on right through the gap, past a diving Bolden, and all of a sudden Bo Wilson is 2 for 2 today. Burgess goes to second. So in their second game, they beat University School of Johnson City 9-3. And then yesterday, East Robertson, in come-from-behind fashion, down 12-6. And they come back for 7 runs in the top of the 7th and hold them in the bottom of the 7th, East Robertson, and win that one to get here. Now, if they had lost that game yesterday, they would have had to play the if-necessary game. But that was the closest game that Eagles had in a while, that one yesterday, and it might be a good thing for them.
Well, they're having a conversation out here, and I'm really thinking maybe change your pitching order a little bit, because they are swinging at that first pitch, and I know Brody likes to get ahead, so that may be part of the discussion there.
Yeah, they were pretty quick on Brody, and it's top of the order here too. First mound visit, Levi Heidel, the batter, grounded to short and reached on an error. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. He is a left-handed batter. He didn't much agree with that strike call. Gleason shakes off a sign. It's the first time we've seen him do that. Comes set, and the pitch popped up and out of play. Left side. Today, well, discounting what happened on Tuesday, of course, the rainy, stormy, tornado-y day. It's been sunshine every day since, except today. The cloud cover. Probably they'd rather play in a little cloud cover like today. Pitch, strike 3.
That's a big out.
Pumped out right there. 6th strikeout. And good insight from you, John, about, changing up, which pitches you're throwing. Well, it's Luke Treese. He has been on both times, was hit by a pitch, and then intentionally walked his last time up. Pitching to him here with 2 on and 2 out. Pitch low. Knowles keeps it in front of him.
I learned a new word today.
What's that?
Tornado-y.
Yeah.
Tornado-y. Huh.
He was tornado-y.
Tornado-y. Need to look that up.
The 1-0. Strike called. Outside
I love
corner.
this umpire. Not that we're leading 5-1, but the way he calls it. If it's a strike, man, he's on it. I don't like those that delay.
Yeah, like the softball ump yesterday.
Oh, now I didn't want to go call names.
Well, swung on, line drive, deep center field. It's going to go up against the wall. Severi got to get it in. One run is going to be across. They're going to send another run. There's going to be a throw to the plate, but it's not going to be in time. 2 runs in for Coalfield, and it's 5-3.
Thus the reason he was intentionally passed with a base open in the third.
So 2 RBIs for Treese. Need an out here for sure now. Jackson Treese is the batter. I think he was headed towards second before Severi even got to the ball, so going to be a double. This pitch misses on the outside corner. They've got an error on the board, too, for some reason. I don't know why.
I think Severi dropped the ball out there in center field.
Okay.
So it's probably crediting him a single and taking second on the throw. Still gets the 2 RBIs, though.
Well, they did put up a 4th hit, so that's got to be the only explanation. Fouled at the plate. So I guess that's an E8 to advance Luke Treese to second. Jackson Treese did reach on a inning-ending fielder's choice where Heidel was thrown out trying to steal home or try to get home. He was caught in a rundown. 0-2, the pitch swung on. Fly ball, right field, and that one is going to drop. And it's another run across, and it's 5-4. A single and a Jackson Treese RBI. And this game is really tight now.
Got the ball up a little bit, I think, and they're hitting that spot right out there in right center field.
4 runs on 5 hits now for the Yellow Jackets. 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors for Eagleville. Gleason, the first pitch in for a strike to sophomore Jordan Steinhauer. The pitch, swung on, popped him up. And who is it going to be? It's going to be Burns who makes the play from third. Well, it was a very good inning for Coalfield. They score 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 error in the inning. No walks, hit batters, and there was one left on. Okay, bottom of the 5th we go. Eagles need to get some more insurance runs here. Only up by 1, 5-4, State Farm Prep Sports.
Life's too short to stress about insurance. That's why Ray Call at Rayburn Insurance is here to make sure you have the right coverage without all the hassle. He'll work hard to provide you with personalized service and finding the best solutions for you and your family. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or business insurance, Rick Hall's got you covered. Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. Let him handle the details so you can focus on what really matters.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
First pitch of ball to Marshall Spann, and now the second pitch is fouled at the plate, so the count 1-1. It's the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Eagleville here in the fifth. Spann, Gleason, Knowles. Popped up in the infield. Wilson says he's got it, and does from third. So one away.
Reached out a little bit too much for that one.
The freshman Knox Pemberton coming in relief of sophomore pitcher Jackson Treese. Very young but talented Coalfield bunch, and here's Brody Gleason. Takes a ball high. Gleason has driven in 3 of Eagleville's runs with a double and a single today. Pitch popped up. Shallow infield. It's the shortstop Treese trying to get to it and called off at the last second by Heidel. Hung up there for a minute.
Really high pop, and I'm thinking they don't call off that shortstop on that play because he had no way. It would have to be behind the head, behind the back.
Although I wish he would have tried. Maybe he would have dropped. So 2 quick outs here, and it's Carson Knowles. Hit by a pitch the last time up, and takes a ball on the first pitch. Second offering popped up high. Still staying in the field of play, and caught by the catcher, Luke Treese. And it's a quick 1-2-3 fifth. And Coalfield going to get right back out there on offense. So we'll see how things progress here. No runs, no hits, no one left on. We've completed 5. It's 5-4 Eagleville over Coalfield. State Farm Prep Sports.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
Pizza. You in a hurry for dinner? Well, we've made it even easier to order online at sirpizzatn.com. Tap the location nearest you and begin your carry-out or delivery order at sirpizzatn.com. You can choose from our full menu, and we'll take care of the rest. A Queen's Feast is calling my name. Order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you by JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall, and Las Casas Feed Supply.
Well, back out for his 6th inning of work is Brody Gleason.
Knows a little late getting out there. Let me tell you that we also have good neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, who's been with us a good while now. She's so young to have been with us so long.
I know.
Located at 803 North Thompson Lane near Medical Center Parkway. State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, 615-895-2700. Tell Alexa I said hi.
Years ago, I went to Celeste with the idea, and she really has helped to not only start that years ago, but continue it. Appreciate her very, very much. 5-4 Eagleville with a 1-run lead, and fly ball on the first pitch by Knox Pemberton. And it's going to be a running catch near the warning track by Severi.
That was a great catch. He had to come a long way for that ball.
Kind of had to make the catch with his
over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder, yeah, back to the
wind's picked up a little bit here.
I feel a little bit of a breeze.
I mean, you see the flag?
Well, no. Oh, now I see it.
Come on, Brody!
It's out in center field, isn't it? Yes, right there. Caleb Langley, 0 for 2 today. Sends this one right side. And Burke's going to camp under it for out number 2. Well, 2 pitches and 2 outs. That helps the pitch count for Brody Gleason. And Waylon Jennings Burgess is your batter.
Is that his name, really?
No, I don't know.
I think I like that name, though, Waylon Burgess.
If I named my kid Waylon, his middle name would be Jennings. He singled and bunted right back to the pitcher's circle, or pitcher's mound. Here's a high popper. Burns down with it on the bounce, throws across to Bassham. 3 pitches and 3 outs.
That's what the doctor
inning.
ordered.
Sure was. Nice inning. Big comeback there by Gleason. No runs, no hits, no one left on. Bottom of the 6th. Let's go get some runs, Eagles, on State Farm Prep Sports coverage of the Single A Baseball Championship game on the Big G.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
Steinhauer drifting back after Bassham hits the first pitch and dropped it. It was in foul territory. Looked like it was going to be a sure out there.
He about made a great catch there.
Sure did. So Bassham lives to see another pitch here from freshman Knox Pemberton. Swing and a miss.
I'd like to get another run, wouldn't you?
Yes. Pemberton so far has completed an inning. 2 innings rather, this pitch high. And he's had pretty clear sailing to this point. Pitch low and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He came in after Treese hit a batter. Double play helped him out. Strike 3 and the first strikeout now for Pemberton of Bassham. Just the third. No, it's his second strikeout, pardon me, and the 4th for the game. And it's Elijah Watkins struck out and was hit by a pitch.
I mean, Pemberton's come in and done the job now.
Slow chopper. Deep in the hole to Jackson Treese. The throw is not in time. Beat it out.
Yeah, came off the bag. That's knowing Jackson Treese, knowing the runner. Elijah, a big guy, gets down trying to hustle, but not blessed with a lot of speed, but Elijah did a great job of running that baby out. We needed that. That's a base hit.
I don't know if it is, John. Oh, they got a runner.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I saw Bassham going out to talk to Coach Bassham, talk to the umpire. That's going to be Alex Bryant running.
Get on the jets, Alex.
If anything, it just changes the momentum a little bit.
Yeah.
They get you 3 up, 3 down. You're like, here we go.
Well, I mean, the 4th inning, Pemberton, they got him, caught stealing. So it was a 3 up, 3 down, and same for the 5th. So need to break up this momentum a little bit. First hit of the game for Watkins, and it's Severi in the top of the order.
It didn't show bunt, but I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. He laid one down.
Sure, Eagleville would like to get back to the top of the order here, too. 5-4, Eagles lead. This pitch inside and high. And Pemberton behind in the count, 2-0. Severi has flied out to center and struck out today. 0 for 2. The pitch, low. Take a walk.
I'm going to go with a drink bag with the put the water in intravenously when I do these games now.
Oh,
next
really?
year. I can't find a water bottle I'm happy with.
Change up, inside and high, and it is the first walk from Pemberton. And it is the third walk and the 4th hit batter. And so they've given Eagleville some base runners, my point. And Maddox Bolden hit by a pitch twice and singled. He scored 2 runs today and a stolen base. And it's in for a strike on the outside corner. Left-handed batter. He was also caught stealing down at second to end the fourth. Chop to Steinhauer. It does advance, however. Bryant running for Watkins to second. And the second out on that ground out to first base. So Spencer Robbins looking for his first hit today. Comes up here. He was the first batter to face Pemberton when he came in relief. Swung on left field and hit right at Burgess out there and left. And that's going to end the Eagleville sixth inning. No runs, one hit. No errors, walks, hit batters, one left. We go to the seventh inning. It's a one-run lead for Eagleville, 5-4. And headed back out to the bump is Brody Gleason. Stay with us on State Farm Prep Sports.
Parks Auction, we handle everything.
You have a staff that comes to your home. They tell you what to do. They walk you through it. It's been my experience that what I thought I should get from my home, I got much more for it.
Visit our website at parksauction.com.
Hi there, Parks Auction, 896-4600. Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We would like to welcome you to our door.
I'm Ian Young. I'm at Las Casas Feed Supply. I'm selling beef and pork, 100% Angus, raised here in Las Casas. Come get you some.
Everyone's favorite cuts available, even options to purchase a quarter of a steer.
We got the beef. Hello, everybody. Las Casas Feed Supply.
Family owned and operated, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Welcome back here, and it is going to be Lane Adcock. It's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Coalfield of the Yellow Jackets. Due up here, top of the seventh inning. Gleason still out there. First pitch swinging, and it is going to be down for a base hit. So a leadoff hit. First one of the day for Adcock. And that brings up Bo Wilson, who's 2 for 2 today. All the other games are underway. Farragut and Clarksville tied at 3. Greenville leads Mumford 8-0. Those games in the fourth inning. Lakeland Prep and Huntington in Class 2A, 6-0 Lakewood. And that one's in the top of the fifth. We're here in the top of the seventh inning. Bo Wilson, the batter, showing bunt. They come charging in, and now they throw to first. Trying to get Adcock off the base.
Bo Wilson's 2 for 2.
You're looking toward the Eagleville bullpen too here, I think. Here comes Robbins in again. Swing and a miss. Well, that's got to be distracting to the batter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Robbins is like flying down there.
I mean, he's all the way in the base path, and then he just takes off charging toward home. Doesn't this time. The pitch swung on. Bouncer.
Could be 2.
Flip to second. On to first. Safe. But they retired Adcock. 1 out. Runner at first in Bo Wilson, and they hold him to the fielder's choice. Levi Heidel, your batter here. And I think Wilson was a little shaken up down there.
Yeah, he slid in, which on this turf is pretty tough. That's a dangerous. I don't really like it when they do that. But it may have enabled him to be safe, but he's shaken up pretty good.
Yeah. Looks like he's trying to stretch out maybe a cramp or something. I don't know.
Appreciate the hustle though for him.
Well, that does allow Coach Brandon Bassham to go out and have a talk with Brody Gleason. It's his first trip, and he is going to make the Ideas Tees call to the bullpen. The day over for Brody Gleason, and a fine performance by him. We're going to make that Ideas Tees call to the bullpen, get you your defensive changes. Take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors that you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. Let me save you money and time.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Andy Womack, located at 805 South Church Street, between Farm Credit and the Post Office. State Farm Agent Dana Womack, 615-900-0877. And by Sir Pizza, Winners Trophies, and First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, and the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and Prentice Alsop Heating and Air.
So it's Drake Rumaniski in to try to close this game out. 1 out, top of the 7th, and it's a 1-run lead here for the Eagles. Got a runner at first, and that is Bo Wilson. Gleason pitches 6 1/3 and now finds himself in right field. He takes Merck's spot and ready for the first pitch to Levi Heidel. Grounded to short, reached on an error, struck out. And here's the first pitch. Low for a ball.
Drake's a sophomore, left-hander.
Gets the sign from Knowles, and the pitch. Strike called.
He throws hard.
No radar gun here, but
and he doesn't have a fear bone in his body.
This one sails high on the fastball.
He's got a reliever's mindset. I mean,
2 balls and a strike. The count to Heidel. It is the top of the order here now. Strike called on the inner half. Rumaniski climbs back even in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bo Wilson at first for the Yellow Jackets. The pitch on the way. This one in the dirt, bounces off of the back wall. Knowles does get to it. However, that is going to advance the tying run to second base in Bo Wilson on the wild pitch. It's a full count now to Heidel. Rumaniski checking the runner at second, and the pitch on the way, low. Walk of Heidel. Eagleville has not done that much today. It's the second walk of the game. Well, and here's Mr. Luke Treese. He singled and drove in 2 big runs in the 5th, and now conversation with Rumaniski going to take place. Tanner Mabry out, assistant coach.
This is a big hitter coming up.
Little pat on the back from Coach Mabry, and talking to Drake about, you know what, we get 2 more outs. Work with your catcher here, Knowles. Communicate. School's almost out. Did you have a donut for breakfast? Those are the kinds of things I'm sure it's been talked about right And the Eagleville crowd chanting Eagle Nation. There are 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Eagleville leading 5-4 in the state championship game. The drama pretty high right now. Luke Treese, the senior catcher. The batter, and the pitch to him. Strike on the outer corner. 0-1.
Ground ball would be nice. Right at somebody.
Maybe a 6-4-3.
Oh, yeah.
0-1. Bounces in. Knowles keeps it in front of him, though, and holds the runners. So it's a 1-1 count now. State championship game here. Eagleville Eagles. The pitch. Swung on, foul back.
Give him the heater. Attaboy.
Rimaniski has it thrown back to him by Knowles, then flips it in the air. Catches it in the glove, now set on the mound. Does a double check of second. The pitch high. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
Well, he really crowds that plate, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Toe over the line. Swung on, right through, pass short. They're going to send the runner. Is there going to be a play at home? No, we're tied. Coming across is Wilson. Heidel goes to second. Treese standing at first with his second hit of the game. Give him an RBI as well. And now Jackson Treese, who singled his last time up, the batter. Looks like Coalfield coach Andy Lowe is going to talk with both Treese and Heidel for a brief moment. And Jackson Treese, the sophomore, the batter here. He singled, reached on a fielder's choice, popped to second base, and he's driven in 2 of their 5 runs. And now this is going to be Brandon Bassham making his way out to talk to Drake Rimaniski. And looks like he's going to make another call to the bullpen. So we'll tell you the defensive changes when we come back, and I believe it's going to be Severi coming in. Stay with us on State Farm Prep Sports.
Life changes, then it changes again. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. A job loss, change in health, or loss of a loved one can have a big impact on your family's financial security. Let's work together to help make sure that you're equipped for life's unexpected events. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard, or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for an appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Raider Tees isn't just about t-shirts. We've got jackets, scarves, polos, hats, even jewelry and home decor. Everything to show off your Middle Tennessee Blue Raider pride. Whether you're headed to the game or just want to represent the Blue Raiders every day, we've got you covered. Literally. Come check out our exclusive designs and unbeatable selection at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our game today brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. They provided local prep and MTSU athletes with expert orthopedic coverage for decades. TOA, live your best life. For more information, visit TOA.com.
Well, it's not Severi. It's actually Brody Gleason who's back in on the mound. Rimaniski faced 2 batters. Sweeney now takes over in right field. That's where Gleason went moments ago. And Jackson Treese the batter. Singled his last time up, facing Gleason. Strike called inside corner. 1 out in the inning, 2 on. We're tied. 5-5. Gleason checking the runner back there at second. The pitch, fouled at the plate. Nothing and 2.
0-2, Brody! Be smart, bro.
We've done this for years, John, and I don't remember this happening in baseball.
No.
It's very rare.
Single A. Things happen like that, I guess.
Yep. Here's the pitch on the way, high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Steinhauer. Sun beginning to pop out here. Jackson Treese, rather, sorry. Steinhauer on deck, swing and a miss. Out number 2. 7 strikeouts for Brody Gleason. And now Steinhauer. Struck out twice, popped out the third. 2 away, tie ball game, state title game. Top of the 7th inning. Eagleville has Burns, Span, Gleason due up in the bottom of the 7th, which will be necessary now that we're tied at 7 apiece. The pitch to Steinhauer. Ooh. Man, that's a tough one to take. It is a ball outside.
Come on, defense.
Knowles with a sign that Gleason shakes off. Now he's ready. The pitch. Fastball just a smidge high at that time.
Adjust, Brody, adjust.
And it's 2-0. Steinhauer stepping back in. You need him to be 0 for 4 today. He's 0 for 3 right now. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, fouled back, and out of play. Off of the baseball locker room concession stand area. Getting ready to make some huge improvements in all of that. And a turf field coming to the football facility.
Come on, good pick.
2 balls and a strike.
2 strike. Come on, Brody, deep.
And the pitch, strike called outside corner. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, top of the 7th. Tie ball game in the single A championship game.
He's out of the box. He's out of base box. He's out of the box.
The pitch, swung on, right back at Gleason, flips it to first, the inning is over. Coalfield gets 1 run, 2 hits, a walk, 2 left. Bottom of the 7th, tied in the state title game, State Farm, Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
pitch high inside from Pemberton. Came in relief of Jackson Treese. The pitch, swung on, lined into right field, it drops. So the go-ahead run aboard at first. Burns' first hit today.
He loves that opposite field, doesn't he?
Yes, indeed.
And he hits it with power.
Marshall Spann. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored today. Here's the first pitch, tried to bunt it, and popped it up into the screen, bounces right in front of us twice, and now to the turf. So that kind of showed maybe what they were trying to do, advance Burns. Shows bunt again, and a good one. They are going to throw to first, and it does retire Spann, but Burns now in scoring position.
Wasn't a great throw by Wilson either. That was almost scary for Coalfield.
The sacrifice bunt one away and gets it in the hands of Brody Gleason here, and they're going to intentionally walk him. Took the bat out of his hand. Second intentional walk. First on Pemberton. Carson Knowles going to be your batter here now. 0 for 2 and was hit by a pitch, and now Coalfield coach Andy Lowe headed out to the mound, brings the infield in. And I think he's just taken the baseball from Knox Pemberton. He has, so no, he hasn't. I thought he did, but he had it in the glove.
Carter Blair running for Eagleville at first. His run doesn't really matter. It's the runner at second, Brady Burns, that matters. And Brady's a big guy, but he can run.
So everybody has been informed. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Tie ball game, bottom of the 7th. And Eagleville's Carson Knowles steps up. Here's the pitch on the way. Change up, high. Boy, Pemberton wanted that one.
He's got to be real careful, Carson.
Check of the runner now. The pitch. Swung on, line drive. Left field, and under it out there is Burgess, and he gets it in quickly. Sent that for quite a ride.
Yeah, he hit that well. In fact, I thought it was going to drop, but it just kind of hung up there.
I really thought it was going to drop too. Well, Colt Bassham is your batter. And Andy Lowe is going to go back out again. So the second trip in as many batters, and they are making the Ideas Tees call to the bullpen, I think. I said that a minute ago. Pemberton has handed the ball to the coach twice, but this time I saw that Andy Lowe didn't take it, but he has now. So there is going to be a pitching change. He's out there on the mound now, the only one there. Don't think it's him, though. We'll be back, State Farm Prep Sports, and we're tied 5 in the state championship game.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Try them now.
You heard him. We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stop it! Drive like the wind, Debbie. Enjoy delicious new Crazy Puffs on the go for just $3.99. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wama.
It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
Each team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-895-2700 and I can save you time and money.
I'm State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Here on. Well, the new pitcher is going to be Luke Treese. He is warming up right now. Treese was the catcher. So now that all of his gear is off, they're trying to gear up the new catcher, so we don't really know who that's going to be. And this has taken forever, and if I didn't know better, maybe a little bit. I mean, the catcher is nowhere to even be seen at this point. He does have to have time to get geared up, but I don't even see anybody putting on the catcher's gear. Do you?
He was in
there
that far.
He is.
He was in that far right-hand corner.
Yep. Out of our sight here, so they're going to let him have a few chances. And of course, his number's covered. So
maybe it is one. Try that.
Well, I'm going to wait.
It's a one number.
Let's see if I can find it here on Game Changer. They're making an announcement, but you can't hear it with the music blaring. Treese still throwing.
There aren't three Pembertons on this squad, are there? That's the only name I heard. Pemberton is at third. We know that.
Well, the batter is Colt Basham. Pitch swung on. Chopper. High at Wilson at third. Throws no good! Throws no good! Run scores! Burns across! And Eagleville has done it! Eagleville has done it! State champions 4 years in a row. A pile-on out in right field in foul territory. Unbelievable. A wild throw, and Eagleville has won it by a final score of 6-5. That was nuts. Eagleville celebrating another state championship.
Well, Luke Treese did his job, got the ground ball. Basham was running down the line, and the third baseman, Pemberton, just threw it in the dirt.
Wild hugs going on out there. Basham and Coach Basham, very emotional out there for these Eagles. State champions in 22, 23, 24, and now 2025. Prentice Alsop Heating and Air postgame shows coming up for you. It's next on State Farm Prep Sports.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Alsop Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Alsop Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Alsop Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAlsop.com.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, talking with Anne-Marie Brents.
When people walk in and they're like, tell me what's good, I usually tell them the loaded baked potato, which is a fully loaded potato with the butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives, and then we put meat on top of it.
At Rick's, they use the largest potatoes you can find.
Every Tuesday, we run a special on the loaded potatoes. We call it Tater Tuesday, and we sell a lot of potatoes.
Barbecue, smoked chicken, ribs, they've got it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, and online at ricksbbq.com.
It's not just a home or a car. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack. We see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Give me a call at 615-900-0877 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and set your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-873-1700.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Welcome back here to Middle Tennessee Christian School side of the Class Single A state championship game. That was just won by the Eagleville Eagles. Final score 6-5. A wide throw to first, which would have been out number 3, allows who else? Brady Burns to reach. The trophies are being presented here. And Eagleville is about to receive the state championship trophy for the 4th time in school history, 4th time in a row. This is the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and in most cases offers same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, they are on West College Street in Murfreesboro, online at PrenticeAllsup.com. Coach Bassham receiving the state championship coach trophy, or plaque, if you will, 4th time. And all the coaches, Mabry, Todd Williamson, Bassham, all taking a photo with that. Just heard a fan say 2 rings, 2 days, and that is exactly what happened as softball won it all. And here's the presentation of the state championship trophy, and the 2025 state champions are the Eagleville Eagles. Say it 4 times, as they are a 4-time state champ.
Brian, I asked Brady Burns before the season started at a basketball game. I said, y'all got enough to win it this year? And he said, yes, sir. That was it. I mean, it was just that plain. And I guess he was right.
Well, John, isn't it pretty apropos that not only do they win it, but Burns yesterday hits the 3-run blast to give them the lead, comes in and pitches, closes out the game, and then scores the winning run today after getting his first hit of the day in the 7th. Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was, and Coach Lowe of Coalfield tried everything he could to kind of slow it down, but it was destiny, man, you know? That's all I can say.
What I think is really interesting about this whole thing, John, in 2022, we've documented this. We've talked about it a lot, talked about it yesterday. Softball in 2022 won the school's first ever team state championship. And then baseball followed the next day on a Sunday. Now they bring the trophy over to all the fans to share in the excitement there. Now they come over here to do the same.
Tell them don't get run over.
Excited bunch, for sure. But my point about that is, you know, and another weird quirk, John, this was supposed to be played yesterday and was supposed to be played at MTSU. The rain in 2022 caused us to lose an entire day. Same thing this year. They're playing at MTCS today, and they win it as well. So both teams win the state title.
Brandon Bassham standing out there on the mound, just soaking everything in. He just took a big, long look, tipped his hat twice, and you know he's got to be thrilled. And how many times do you get 4 state championships in a row? Never.
Never. That's right, never. Well, prep event 149 for us did not disappoint. And, John, I really thought Coalfield took a bit of the momentum, especially in the top of the 7th when they tie the ball game up. 2 hits in the 7th. But Eagleville just did what Eagleville does. They came back, didn't seem like there was a lot of pressure on their shoulders. They've been here before, and I think that helped in that situation for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that you kind of knew if they didn't get the lead that Eagleville would do something, and I thought we had them all the way. Fairly.
Did you?
Yeah,
well,
no problem.
No problem. All right. Let's talk about our Dr. Automotive player of the game here. You've got the stats, and Knowles pitched a heck of a game, actually came back in the game and was on the mound. So what are your thoughts?
You're talking about Gleason? Brody Gleason?
Yeah. Gleason, yeah.
Well, he was 2 for 3 with an intentional walk, and he really pitched. Reminitsky came in relief, then Gleason came back in, so he pitched 7 innings today, and he gave up, 5 runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit batter, and he really coasted till about the 5th inning, and that's when the trouble started. But he also drove in 3 runs today, so my choice is Brody Gleason.
I tend to agree. Sorry, I missed his name there, but that's exactly who I had in mind. Great outing by him, both with the bat and on the mound. And that's your Dr. Automotive player of the game. Dr. Automotive, your trusted local shop for top quality auto repair, specializing in both foreign and domestic vehicles. With ASE certified and master mechanics on staff, brothers Danny and Randy Brewer, their full team out there are equipped to handle your vehicle repair and maintenance needs. They got my van back in the road in quick order, and they can do the same for you. Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, online, autorepairsmyrna.com, Dr. Automotive. Craig's Tax Service, keys to the game. Your thoughts?
Well, there were 2. They had a really good couple of first innings where they hit the ball. Then we kind of went null for a while, but then it's got to be the 7th inning where you score the winning run. They had a hit, intentional pass, a sacrifice bunt. Let's don't forget that. That was really important. And that error by Coalfield allowed the winning run to score, and that was Brady Burns. And give Cole Bassham a tip of the cap because he was hustling down that line to get there and force that throwing error by Coalfield.
Just an amazing game today.
We've had 2 really good ones
yes,
in 2 state championship games.
Yeah. Craig's Tax Service reminds you that tax laws can be complex, so it's smart to get help with your taxes. They specialize in personal and business tax preparation, financial and bookkeeping services too at Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233, online at craigstaxservice.com. A reminder, if you missed any part of the game, check wgnssports.com. We'll have the podcast up very shortly, okay? And that'll be online for you to listen, download, save forever. If you're an Eagleville fan, you'll want to do that. wgnssports.com, the Sir Pizza Podcast. Don't forget, you can get your favorite pizza online, sirpizzatn.com. You can order carry-out or delivery there from the website, or better yet, just download the app and you'll start earning rewards points. Sir Pizza, East Main, South Church, and Memorial Boulevard. In our final Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show of the 2024-25 season, it's time to take a look at the stats in the final game of the season. And they're brought to you, as always, by Winners Trophies, Fans Heating and Air, along with JHA Company, Josh Houston, and Associates.
Well, this is one part I really won't mind missing after we get done.
Not doing stats anymore.
Yeah. For Eagleville, Maddox Bolden was 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch twice. He scored 2 runs. Spencer Robbins 0 for 4, but he hit the ball 3 times just on the nose. Brady Burns 1 for 3, saved the best for last. He singled and scored the winning run. Marshall Spann 0 for 3, but he did walk and score a run. Brody Gleason 2 for 3, a double and a single, 3 RBIs and an intentional walk. Carson Knowles hit by a pitch and flied out, and he was 0 for 3, but he hit the ball well. As also, Cole Bassam had a big hit in the third for 2 RBIs, a single, and he wound up running down first baseline, hit the ground ball to third that they threw away, and allowed the winning run to score. Elijah Watkins had a single in the 6th and hit by a pitch. He was 1 for 2. Adrian Severi 0 for 3, but 0 for 2 with a walk. Played some really nice center field today. And the pitching line for Eagleville, let's see. Again, we mentioned Gleason, 7 innings pitched, 5 runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit. Just briefly, Coalfield, who played very well today. We're going to give a tip of the cap to Luke Treese, who was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and was hit by a pitch and walked, so he was perfect on the day. Jackson Treese was single, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And I guess one thing that's not really the play of the game or anything, but Brody Gleason coming back in after being relieved, he came back in. That's not easy to do. You know, you're sitting out there in right field getting cooled off, and then you wind up winning the game with some fine pitching in that 6th inning. That really saved the game. It really did. And those are a look at your stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. It looks like management is here.
I see that.
Yeah, he's checking out
Are
things.
we having a company meeting here or something?
Might be. I don't know. I think he's going to talk about your spending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe. I think so.
You're the one with the card.
I don't have a card. I don't even use a card. You have a card. I'm the one that wants to go to dinner all the time.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Where's his boss at? I'm sure she's around somewhere, too.
Oh, she's with the team. She's
yeah.
forgot about Brett. Doesn't even know his first name right now.
Brett who?
Yeah.
John, I guess it's the final game of the season, final prep sports event until August, and we've got Connor Hayes, who's back at the station right now, and he, along with Jackson Smith, have done, I guess, just about every game this season, prep-wise. And Micah Robeson did camera work in football and basketball for us as well, so I want to thank him. And, of course, Dalton did all of our coaches' shows this year except for 1 or 2.
And let's not forget, Connor did a couple of videos for us, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He did. And we're hoping to continue to build off of that this next year. And, you know, it's going to take some great sponsors out there like we have right now, but a few more here to make that happen on a, continuing basis. But just trying to grow with the sport and grow with coverage, and appreciate all of our sponsors. I mean, we name them all the time. We talk about them. You hear their commercials. They're very important, because if it weren't for them, I mean, if they're not there, we're not here. And we have the opportunity to bring the games back to you wherever you might be. I know there were people listening on the beach today because they had an early vacation already set. So it allows us to do things like that for the listeners here in the community. And John, this wraps up, what is it now, 26 years for you and me?
No, it's 27, I think.
27, okay. And 32 total for myself, 149 prep events, coaches shows and games, and football season, state champion in Oakland, girls and boys basketball teams making deep runs to the sectionals, and of course spring fling, Blackman baseball in the Elite Eight, Siegel baseball in the Final Six, Eagleville baseball, their 4th state championship in a row. And in softball, Stewart's Creek softball to the Final Four, and Eagleville softball, their 2nd state championship since 2022. So it's been a pretty successful season, I guess.
Yes, it has, and I'll tell you what, the most important thing is see the smiles on these faces of these parents and kids out here. That's why I do it, because it's definitely not for the money, because you don't pay much.
No.
But, I mean, just to see that and being out here with them, and you feel a part of it. And that we've done that with basketball and getting to know all these coaches and harassing them and making fun of them and that kind of thing. It's always been a pleasure.
Yeah, and they keep
Speaking
coming
of
back
making
for
fun
more.
of, Chip Walters is on the way over here.
Ah.
So, anyway.
Well, fun day at the old ballpark, and we'll be back at it in August. It'll be here before you know it. But have a good summer.
Yes, I will. And we'll talk football later.
Oh, yeah, much later.
I got to negotiate my contract for football.
There are no
football
contracts.
negotiations are going to be tense and rough this year, buddy.
There are no negotiations at WGNS.
You can't do that. You've got to have negotiations. And I want a pay raise for one thing.
Well,
okay, never mind. I guess there won't. I guess there won't be any negotiations.
No, probably not. Well, that's going to do it here. Thanks again, Connor, back at the station. For John Dinkins, Brian Barrett signing off in Prep Event 149 here for you on State Farm Prep Sports, and we will see you in August, the next time we'll meet at the game.
We now return to regular